Here we are again. It's like deja vu, especially if you just come from one of my other videos. Because I've started putting this music on the beginning. Everybody's going to think, hang on, I've already heard that. Well, hopefully you'll recognise the words are slightly different. You know, as I always say to my wife, it's a different face, but the words never change. All the girlfriends out all said the same things. No, it's going to be fine when you go out doing your music and you're playing gigs. I'll be fine with that. That is until they can't come. Long story. Anyway, back to my world. So what's this video about? I'll tell you what it's about. It's about the I was going to say top 5 gifts, but there's only 4 advertised. I've only got 4 I can show you. Actually, it's the top 3 gifts for a Forex trader. So if you are a Forex trader or a stocks trader or a futures trader, then or if you're the wife of or the partner of a husband of or dog of or cat of a Forex, stocks, futures, Bitcoin, whatever trader, they all tend to use the same things anyway. Well, this is the top gifts you can get for them at some point in their life, whether it's their birthday, their retirement anniversary, because they've finally got a living out of trading and they're retiring from work, or it could just be just because you love them. Now, wouldn't that be lovely? She loves me. Oh yeah. I must remind the wife of that. Right. So this is the top gift. I have one of these, and I've got to say that I rarely look at the candlestick patterns, but all my friends look at it with utter amazement, and they don't understand what it is at all because I haven't got any friends that trade, so it's just me. I'm all on my own. Hey there, lonely boy. Something like that. You can tell I don't do vocals in the bands, can't you? Not allowed. They won't even put a microphone near me, just even to say something. No, they won't let me have it. You can understand why, can't you? Look at this. I'm not giving anybody else a chance on this mic. It's all about me. Right. So this is the mug. Now listen, all these gifts that I'm going to show you now, and this will save you having to watch the video, are going to be linked in the description. But I'd recommend you stick around because you might learn something. You never know. We're not going to be doing any charts or anything today, but I've got some plans for some charts. I've got some... I'm going to regroup all the stuff. I've given lots of stuff away on the other scripts and indicators, and I'm intending on regrouping that all in one place and then kind of categorising it so it can be easier to get at. And it's the same link every time then. That's sort of what I'm thinking. Whether that actually happens or not, I don't know, because that requires time. And like most people, life's pretty busy. Right, so you've got this candle, and on this mug, there's candles all over this mug. Candlestick patterns, very nice. Got to say, it hasn't faded in the dishwasher and nothing. And I've had it probably 6 months. And then we've got the other thing I wanted to say was this book. Now, this guy, Stephen Ruffley, he's from a broker I used, or I don't use at the moment because of the ESMA, in the Intertrader, and I go on quite a few of his webinars, and to be honest, I've learned quite a lot from him. But reading this book was fantastic for me because it you know when you get that eureka moment, and for me it was like the money management side of his trading, the higher time frame thing I'd sort of already cottoned onto anyway. But this 80-20 rule he talks about is fascinating, really fascinating. It's well worth 20 quid. Let's put it like this. The 20 quid I bought this book for back in the day has long since paid for itself. So there you go. But what a gift it would make. Now, if somebody doesn't like to read books, then you're stuffed because you'll have to just give them a mug. But while they're reading this book and waiting for their trade to come to, if they're not reading the book, this comes me to gift number 3. Now, gift number 3 is a pair of fidget spinners in a thing. Now, every trader should have, if they haven't got one of these on the desk. I've got one now. Listen, this is it. Can you hear it spinning? Well, it's a nice heavyweight one like these are, and it's great because you just spin it and you just wait and watch the price come down, and it stops you chewing your face off, or if you're a nail biter, it prevents that. I'm a bit of a finger chewer, I'll be honest with you. I wished I wasn't, but I don't go too far back. You know, some people, they bite the nails right back to the kind of the quicken the fingers, don't they? They're like, it's just like all like finger blob on the end, and then there's this little bit of nail. No, I've got reasonable looking nails for a bloke, you know. I mean, I'm not going to get manicured and nobody's going to go, oh, you've got lovely nails. Because I'm a bloke. I drink tea. I drink beer. I ride motorbikes. I play in a band. Although not at the moment, not doing much at the minute. But I did do. You know. I've done my fair share of work as well. Not to say the least. What else are we going to show you? Oh, last but not least is the... don't forget, the links for these are in the description. Just look in the description. It's there. You might have to scroll down a bit. But it's not that hard, is it, these days? So you got one of these. So I've got one of these. I've got one of these. And I've got that. And I've got this. I want to talk about this a bit as well. This is a free link. Download this PDF here. This is not rocket science. Although I beg to differ sometimes. Well, in this book, fascinating book. It's years old. Doesn't tell you how to trade, unlike the Stephen Ruffley book. It will give you some ways of trading, strategies. This doesn't really tell you about that, but I'm about halfway through it at the minute, and I thought, what a fascinating book. I'll add it on to my top 3 gifts. So it's top 3 plus 1 gifts for a trader. This is only available in PDF, obviously, from this link. I don't know. I tried to find it to buy it on Amazon, but I can't actually find the exact one, I don't think. So I thought, rather than risk sending you to the wrong book, this is the exact book I've got. I think it's one of those. It's been out since 19-something, 20 or something. So it's like, it's what they call in the public domain, I think. So you can read that. But in that book, it's a story of a guy called, I can't remember his name, but Livingston or Livingston, I think it is. But it's basically a recreation of his memoirs, and it talks about when he it reads like you're the trader. It reads like the trader, and it talks about his strategy and how many times he went from nothing to a lot of money. Bearing in mind 1904, 5, 6, 7-ish, and I'm at 1907 at the minute. But there's some great things in there, and I'm going to give you the one thing that he said in there that really opened my eyes to yesterday. Well, really early this morning, actually. It said, fear the loss and hope for the winner. Now, if you don't know what that means, I'm going to explain it to you. What it is that if you're in a trade, and I'm sure all of you watching this have been in a trade with real money, with any luck, to experience this, make it very little money if you can, to start with, for sure. In fact, just don't take my advice or anything. I'm not advising anybody. But when you're in a live trade, if it's winning, you are absolutely petrified it's going to just turn back on you and take your money and stop you out or whatever. And if you're losing, you're hoping it's going to turn around so you can survive it and get your cash out before it blows your account up, assuming you haven't got your stop loss right and things like that. Especially some of the early trading, I've tried it without a stop. It's just a really bad idea. Rule number 1, put your stop loss on. Do not move it. You put it there before you go in. Know where you're coming out. So this thing just says that, and I thought, oh yeah, that's really good. That is. So the idea behind it really is, if you're scared of the loss, you're more likely to get out. The more you're losing, you think, oh no, I've definitely got to get out now. Just don't be sort of hanging on for the potential. Be actually scared of the losing. Not to the point that you're strangling your trades, but to the point where you're not likely to move your stop away, just thinking, oh, it's just going to be a bounce or whatever. And then, of course, when you've got the winner, you just carry on the hope for that and hold on to that. They reckon that a lot of traders, they're holding on to their losers longer than their winners, which is understandable, especially if you're trying to grow an account. I mean, I am very guilty of getting out early because I'm growing an account at the minute. So, I do get out first, sometimes, way too early. And and I do slap myself around the face later and say, you muppet, you could have took a fortune out of that run. But then I have to say to myself, yeah, but I'm not here to do that. At the moment, I'm here to, grow the account. The other thing he talks about in there is, slightly different for him because he was at the point where he could almost move the market. If he bought 10,000 shares, for example, he would then see how the market reacted to that to make his decision about any further trades. So anyway, that's a really interesting book, and the link to that's in the description as well. it's only a short video, as you can see. We're going there. So we've got a mug for you. What a beautiful mug it is too. I like that, actually. I've got mine. I love mine. This book, absolutely recommend you read that. This for sanity purposes. I've got mine in my hand now, actually, while I'm talking to you. I'm spinning it around now. Now I've started with it again. And then last but not least, another book. This is an ebook. I would definitely recommend that you get that one as well. Right, that's about it from me. I think it's time I went. And I don't mean round the bend, because I'm already around the bend. I'm crazy. So listen, you lot. You know what you got to do? You got to just prepare. You got to prepare now for a bit of music time. We're going to have the interlude on the way out. It's been great talking to you guys. Do call back soon. Hey, just ping me a message if you want to know something, alright? See ya! Don't want to be ya! Top of the hour! Oh yeah, top of the hour. It's 2 o'clock here. It'll be about 9 o'clock by the time this video gets to YouTube. Bye! See ya!